Hey everybody, welcome back. So just wanted to do a quick review today of the Synapse release of the Italian film Watch Me When I Kill, or as the actual original English title is The Cat's Victims. This kind of gets a little misleading because it was released here in the States anyway with an alternate English title, even though it technically already had one, even though it is an Italian production, and they changed the title to Watch Me When I Kill with this amazing poster artwork that is kind of misleading, actually, in a few ways. Now, the poster is incredible, as is the title. I mean, it's so much so that even though I hadn't actually seen the film before, I bought the movie poster a couple of years ago. It's kind of one of those where it was like, that just looks way too cool to sort of not have in the collection somewhere. Even if I never display it, it's like, it's still kind of cool. Unfortunately, though, it's sort of similar to the movie Zeter. So the original title is Zeter, and it was released here in the States under the title Revenge of the Dead, with an incredible poster with a zombie like bursting out of the sewer, and and it makes it look like it's like this really awesome maybe zombie film. Maybe it's an unknown Italian zombie classic. Maybe not on the par of Fulci's Zombie. Maybe a little bit closer to I don't know, a Burial Ground, like the shirt I'm wearing. Or maybe even something way out there, like Bruno Mattei's Hell of the Living Dead. Zeter is also, it's basically just a giallo, and actually a pretty good one, but boy, is it nothing like that poster, that US poster suggests. So much like that one, Watch Me When I Kill is a little bit similar, though not quite, because there at least is a killer in Watch Me When I Kill, but it's very much also a giallo. It's not like some, because obviously the poster and even the title makes it suggest it's maybe some over-the-top graphic, killer slasher film. Almost something along the lines of like William Lustig's Maniac or something, but no, it's actually kind of just a giallo. In fact, it's not even really overly graphic. It's violent, but not overly graphic. While there is a killer in it, it's actually, it's very much about trying to solve a mystery. Some people getting killed, and the main character is just trying to figure out why. If you're a fan of giallos like I am, I think you'll actually like it. Just maybe ignore the title and the poster, as awesome as it actually is, but it is a different movie. Now, getting to the disc itself, really cool thing about this release is obviously the transfer. I mean, Synapse does not falter when it comes to doing transfers. And Italian films, especially going back, the ones made specifically the 70s and the 80s, because much like even low-budget US films, they use a much lower grade of film stock. So it's extremely grainy and kind of washed out a bit. And so they can be very problematic doing transfers, because you do have to kind of make the choice of like, well, how much can you clean up without, because you don't want to lose the grain. As much grain as there is, if you lose it, you lose the detail of the image, which you don't want to do. So doing a proper transfer of some of these films can be problematic on multiple levels. One, obviously with the grain factor, and also in your compression, because the amount of grain, it does make the compression a lot harder to do if it's not done right, and that can lead to artifacting and things like that. Luckily, Synapse knows what they're doing, and they gave this film a fantastic transfer. I mean, at least as good as I can imagine it probably getting. The grain is fully intact, and the color reproduction is really nice, even though it does have that sort of slight washed out look, which is just evident to the film stock that it was shot on. At least say it looks like it's just a actual accurate transfer of the film itself. And the audio is really clean. I mean, there were only, I think, a couple minor points where you could kind of sense the age of the audio. Again, that's not Synapse's fault by any means. And it comes with some really good extras, like commentary track, an interview, even some short films that the director had done, because he didn't really make that many films, actually. I mean, probably the two he's most known for would be Bloodstained Shadow and this one. And probably even more so this one, just because of that poster and alternate title. And what's really cool about this release, which I'm really happy that Synapse has been doing this with a lot of their titles, as has Blue Underground and Grindhouse releasing, is that it actually comes with the CD of the soundtrack. So I'm going to keep this pretty brief, hopefully, and just want to say that I do recommend this title if you're a giallo fan, because it's not a slasher film, it's not this film, but it is very entertaining. It's a very good giallo. If you like those, I think you're really going to dig it. And as always, Synapse puts out such an amazing release. And as always, thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next one.